Welcome to Mumbai, 47. One of the most densely populated cities in the world, home to more than 12 million people. If you wanted to disappear and hide from the world, this vast city is perfect. The maze-like sprawling slums offer secret paths and surprises around every corner. The elusive Maelstrom knows the city like the back of his own hand. Locating him will be a considerable challenge. A place to start could be the slums, where his former gang, the Crows, has recently risen from the ashes. Dawood Rangan will be easy to find in his half-finished tower, wrapping up his new film called Mumbai Hero. While Vanya Shah has ensconced herself in the overgrown remains of an old train yard. Your three targets call this labyrinthine part of the city home, so choose your approach carefully.
What's wrong with you, huh? Are you demented? No, you're not.
I'm sure it's Hitman.
47. The street gang known as the Crows are on high alert. They seem to be on the lookout for potential assassins, and will be suspicious of anyone they don't recognize. I suggest you are mindful around them in the slums.
Oh my god! I cannot wait to see that new Rangan movie they're shooting over at the tower. Never mind.
It's me. It is imperative you notify me as soon as Sargar's barbershop is open again. He is an excellent source of information, and I want to make sure he understands who he's working for now.
अच्छा एक बात बता. Any idea why the boss wants to know when the barbershop is open again?
Yeah. Sagar, the barber, has a side business dealing in information. He basically has every snitch in the slums sharing the news with him. Boss wants him on our side. Barbie even came down to the hideout to be shown a picture of the boss so he'd recognize him when meeting him.
Yaar, all this secrecy is so strange.
You know the boss. He says having a secret identity
This barber is tangled up in some shady...
is key to what he does. But I honestly don't understand what he means. The guy's a bit of a myth.
It's me. It is imperative you notify me as soon as Sargar's barbershop is open again. He is an excellent source of information, and I want to make sure he understands who he's working for now. Signal me at once when the shop is open. That is all.
Oh, why did I eat that curry from the street vendor? Why? I'm such an idiot. Got it.
I cannot believe Dawood Rangan donated that TV to people. And he said that
Have you showed that picture to the barber?
Yeah. He was literally about to shit himself when we brought him down here. Boss had insisted on blinding him.
Delving straight into the heart of darkness, 47. Good luck.
I actually robbed a few dentists.
Surprised he even remembered what the boss looks like now.
When the old man was right. He didn't bring the picture. The powder's in his room, and all we do is grab it and toss it in one of the furnaces in the metal workshop. Barabar?
This is the third time you're asking me this question. What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me, okay?
Thought they could dare
I just want to make
enemies.
sure I don't mess up when the
Use it
boss
for the
asks me to do
things they
something.
didn't dare do themselves.
Relax. Yes, you grab the through the furnace,
to
lots
know
of
them.
smoke goes up. Whatever happens after that isn't your concern.
When the time
Okay,
came,
good.
I sorted them
What happened after the smoke goes up?
intimately.
Your concern.
I tore down the walls of oppression, left Mumbai to tear down more out there in the world. I found like-minded people, and together we showed those that would have us serve what it meant to be masters
And a note
of our
addressed to
own
Sagar
fate.
the barber.
And now, my fellow
This looks like a very
now
recent
even
picture
bigger
of the
walls need to
maelstrom.
crumble
With
and
this
be
in hand,
reduced to
picking him out in a
ashes.
crowd should be possible.
Join me and
You could
form
also
your own
investigate the
destinies.
barber shop and see what
It
is
is
going
your
on there.
right and your privilege. Become the rage. Become the storm and sweep the earth clean of this pestilence. Together, my warriors, we shall rebuild.
So, you understand how the signal works?
All I know is what you told me. Powder from the hideout goes in the kiln inside the metal. Now let's move on.
47? That man there. He resembles the maelstrom. Try to get close to him for a visual ID.
What exactly is going on here?
It looks like him, but that's not the maelstrom. It looks like him, but that's not the maelstrom. No, that wasn't him. That is not the maelstrom.
A professional of some sort. A killer. But the details are vague.
47. That nose. Those eyes. That can only be Wazir Kale, the maelstrom. Identification confirmed.
I understand. Thank you for letting me know.
Greetings, sir. Can I interest you in my fine wares? Cheap, durable cloth in many special colors.
Servant just came by to try to convince Uncle Vihan to come over to the train party. He did say yes, did he?
Bhavin, what are you doing? You need to open the shop. There are people waiting outside already.
I can't remember what he looks like. The guy the Crows wanted me to provide information to, you know. Their boss. They showed me his picture in their hideout 2 days ago. But I was so stressed out. I thought they were going to kill me or something. I can't remember his face. What if he shows up and I miss him?
Then you should go and explain it to them. They probably still have the picture there.
What if they hurt me? What will happen to you? Or if they decide to burn down the shop like they did with that other guy with the metal recycling? I won't do it.
Bhavin, I told you we would get into trouble with this snitching business. But you had to go and earn some easy money sharing information with the gangs. This is your mess. You fix it.
All right, 47. We're open for business. We know what the Maelstrom looks like and expect him to show up. Patience and shaving cream is what's on the menu now, 47.
Yes, finally! You have no idea how important this shave is to me.
Sir, can you give me a shave? Shilpa's coming to town.
Hello, do you have time for a shave?
बोला ना तुझे I want a shave.
ready for your shave, sir.
Thank you, my friend. All right, I'm ready for my shave. Make it a close one. The tides are changing, my friend. Can you feel it in the air?
The infamous Maelstrom is dead. Very well done, 47. No rest for the wicked, however. On to the next one.
I really need a shave. Can you help me out?
Hello there. Are you interested in cloth? You there, sir. Mark my words.
Kuch mila kya? Did you have any luck?
No, that tailor is impossible. I explained to his employee that Miss Shah wants to meet with him, but he claimed that the tailor wasn't available.
So you didn't just go inside and look?
Only the Royal Guard can do stuff like that. I'm sure Miss Shah will send someone with more hands-on experience than me. He's the only tailor in town that can make that damn dress.
That's what happens when you drown all the others.
Excellent. Let's find out what kind of dress a woman like Vanya Shah wants.
Ah, it's you. Did you bring the cloth from Miss Shah? Ah, it's you. Did you bring the cloth from Miss Shah? Ah, it's you. Did you bring the cloth from Miss Shah?
You don't know the first thing about that.
Shah wants a cerulean dress, 47. Perhaps you will be able to source a roll of the right fabric at the local cloth market.
Ah, it's you. Did you bring the cloth from Miss Shah?
Sale on high-quality cotton twill.
How much are these?
Ah, you're back. Ah, my friend, you have chosen well. Now, we have the best prices here. What do you say to 140 rupees per running meter? Does that sound fair? No? Nothing? Ah, I can see you're a man of refined taste and a skilled haggler. My kids will only eat rice tonight, but it's yours for 105 rupees then. It's a deal, yes? Wow, those eyes are really burning into me. It's like you're just looking straight into my soul. Great. Thank you. Come again. Silk, cotton, linen. Beautiful colors.
Ah, it's you. Did you bring the cloth from Miss Shah?
Yes, I have it right here.
About bloody time! Come with me!
Oh, don't be alarmed, by the way. Miss Shah takes security very seriously, so the guards will search you. Not to worry.
Hey, bud. Come on. Let's see what you have in your pockets today. What the hell do you think you're doing here? Get out of here. Just stand still and it'll be over soon. Okay, you're good to go.
Are you coming on to me? Because I don't want this. Follow me. Miss Shah has been dying to meet you. It's not wise to keep her waiting. Follow me. It's not wise to keep her waiting, you know.
I won't disappoint her then.
That is a good idea. She's not been happy. Follow me. That is a good idea. She's not been happy with the other tailors. A word of warning. Just play along with her eccentricities. She can be rather... this is really uncomfortable, sir. I can smell you. A word of warning. Just play along with her eccentricities. She can be rather dangerous.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
Good man. Do well and there will be a lot of money in it for you.
I know.
I understand what you say. This place is beautiful and terrifying. The armed guards make me very nervous.
Here we are. Just go through there. The queen is waiting for you in the garden.
I feel perhaps that is not the wisest decision to make when in a financial situation such as yours. Of course, eventually you'll have extra hands to assist you with your income.
That is
Provided the
Vanya
job
Shah,
lives so long.
self-appointed queen of the Mumbai
That
slums.
is the problem. Little Raji is not well.
5 years, Mr. Hussain.
5 years, my queen.
Yes. 5 additional years of servitude to your queen. For you and your wife. In exchange, I will take care of the bills for your new one until she is old enough to work the spinning mills. That is my offer, Mr. Hussain. Talk it over with your wife. I expect your acceptance tonight. Good day. Ah, the elusive tailor. Here at last. Let's have a look at the cloth you've chosen. I want to make sure the color is the right one.
Yes, of course. Here it is.
You fool! I asked for cerulean. Are you deliberately trying to upset your queen? Don't answer. Just go and fetch what I'm asking for. Excellent. Finally, some progress here. Come with me. I want you to take my measurements while you're here.
Smart work, 47. Shah will want to have privacy when measuring for the dress. I'll leave the final execution up to you.
You there. Leave us. I want some privacy. Let's start the measuring right away. If you didn't bring a tape, I'm pretty certain one of the other tailors left theirs behind. You can use that. They won't need it. What's the holdup? Get on with it.
Relax your back, please, Miss Shah. I'll just measure your arms now, Miss Shah. Turn around, please, Miss Shah. I need to measure shoulder to shoulder.
You've probably heard about the other tailors. How some of them ended up in the gutters because they didn't please me. This dress is important to me. Well, not the dress itself, but what it represents. You see, there are those out there who do not want to pay tribute to their queen. People who think the value of their lives can be measured in money. It started with one man, but these things spread like ripples in the water. Soon another, then a third. Tributes to your queen keep you alive, not money. Eventually, I will find a craftsman who understands the true value of life. Is that man you, I wonder?
That's all I need, Miss Shah. I'm done here.
Excellent work. See yourself out. Your queen has other business to attend to.
Oh yeah!
Just kill him! Aim for his ugly face!
Oh, okay.
Confirmed kill on Vanya Shah. Excellent work, 47. Just one target left. Let's bring this one home.
I just heard the queen had someone killed the other day.
Guys, stop letting up. Someone needs to end. Okay, that's what we got time to do.
It's not your fault.
47. This is one of the Mumbai chawls. My records show a few residential complaints about a new tenant in the building. Something related to strange behavior. Might be worth looking into.
I'm pretty sure he's doing other things. At least he's only here for a few days.
Maybe he's an addict. Like that guy last year. Remember him? Stayed up his room after they kicked him out. Was just terrible.
I don't know what,
Tried to go
but I'm sure he's up
Spy
and
on
over.
his things,
You know
but
what,
he
one
was
point,
already
I'm
there.
pretty sure I told him.
I'm wondering what exactly.
He's just sitting up
Told
there
him
in the
that,
tower.
but he doesn't care as long as the bills are paid.
He's a photographer or something. The light is quite beautiful up there.
Well, I suppose that might be it. He did have a large bag with him. Come to think of it, it was one of those, what's it called? A tripod. You know.
Always said that you love to hear me say. I even sang for you and now
Remember the time she claimed that you stole Chinese for $5?
If I don't get this viewfinder working, I will miss the shot for sure.
Well, well. It appears we have a rival assassin in Mumbai, and he's training his sights on Dawood Rangan. By the looks of it, I'd say we're dealing with a local operator, known as the Kashmirian. A local hit...
I'll never get that scope adjusted with this horrible viewfinder. What I wouldn't give for a world-class sniper rifle right now.
Shah, I need to measure shoulder to shoulder.
You've probably heard about the other tailors. How some of them ended up in the gutters because they didn't please me. This dress is important to me. Well, not the dress itself, but what it represents. You see, there are those out there who do not want to pay tribute to their queen. People who think the value of their lives can be measured in money. It started with one man, but these things spread like ripples in the water. Soon another, then a third. Tributes to your queen keep you alive, not money. Eventually, I will find a craftsman who understands the true value of life. Is that man you, I wonder?
That's all I need, Miss Shah. I'm done here.
Excellent work. See yourself out. Your queen has other business to attend to. Rima, my dear, have you heard back from the new tailor yet?
Not yet. We sent a man earlier today to get a hold of the tailor, but so far no luck. It seems your recent activities have caused some concern.
Excellent. I want them to understand what happens if they... cross me. Well, let me know as soon as we find him. I must have that dress. Go on without me. I need to rinse off for a moment, Rima.
Very well. I'll have some tea ready for our talk.
Hey, you killer! You're going down!
Oh, damn!
Don't you move! I'm telling you what you gotta do. Don't
Confirmed
push me.
kill on Vanya Shah. Excellent
Got a
work,
death wish?
47.
Samajhdar bun, put it down.
Just one
The
target
scissors.
left.
Fight now.
Let's bring this one home.
Do as I tell you. This is your last chance.
Shoot to kill!
I got you.
Shah, I need to measure shoulder to shoulder.
You've probably heard about the other tailors. How some of them ended up in the gutters because they didn't please me. This dress is important to me. Well, not the dress itself, but what it represents. You see, There are those out there who do not want to pay tribute to their queen. People who think the value of their lives can be measured in money. It started with one man, but these things spread like ripples in the water. Soon another, then a third. Tributes to your queen keep you alive, not money. Eventually, I will find a craftsman who understands the true value of life. Is that man you, I wonder?
That's all I need, Miss Shah. I'm done here.
Excellent work. See yourself out. Your queen has other business to attend to. Rima, my dear, have you heard back from the new tailor?
Not yet. We sent a man earlier today to get a hold of the tailor, but so far no luck.
I want them to understand what happens if we cross you. Well, let me know as soon as we find him. I must have that dress. I just need to clean the filth off my face, Rima. Go on without me.
Yes, my queen. I'll make sure the tea is ready.
Ridiculous. I'm not going to click that sensationalist headline. I'm stupid or something.
You're the one who's been asking about the maelstrom, aren't you?
Yes, Maharati. I'm, well, a fan, I suppose. I've heard the stories about your time at sea. It's quite magical.
Is that right? You think it's magical to see your brothers and sisters cut down like leaves of grass while you're powerless to react? Is there magic in watching your friends crawl around the bloody deck of a freight ship, searching for torn-off limbs? Let me tell you something about your father. He left everyone to die. The one undeserving of his attention or help.
It's been a while.
The rest of us he eventually just abandoned.
I was here late one night.
The Maelstrom is not a hero, nor is he a savior. He's a tool, used by someone more powerful and visionary than himself. And one day, there will be a reckoning. Until then, we work alongside him as long as it serves us. But there will not come another day where the blood of those loyal to him is spilled without consequence.
Yes, Maharati, I understand.
The sweetness of the tea may hide dangers, my queen. Let me first taste it.
Such concern. I suspect my enemies will try more direct approaches. Still, thank you. Thanks, I guess.
she can be.
I haven't met the new foreman yet. Is he better than the last one?
Pata nahi yaar. He's still in the office. I know Miss Shah is supposed to meet with him on the bridge and talk about how to make you lazy workers do more. But so far, he hasn't come out.
Who are you calling lazy?
Vanya
I work 15 hours every day.
Haan, pata hai. Just relaying the words of Miss Shah. I think she's hoping this new guy will be liberal with his belt.
My arms are so tired. I really need a break. Can you go and ask one of the guards if we can have half an hour? All right, so I need to understand a few things here. Nobody keeps track of time in any way?
The old foreman didn't really care so much about time. It was all about getting things done.
So how did he track that? I can't see any of his old files here.
I don't know where they might be.
All right. How about the workload? How do you guys keep track of how many orders you go through in a day?
The old foreman did all that.
I'm ready for my meeting with Miss Shah now.
Miss Shah's been waiting for this all day. The foreman's ready to meet up with Miss Shah on the bridge. We're heading there now. Follow me to the bridge. Chal, get a move on. You're not on a break.
Since my last break?
Oh, Shane!
7
Work
hours?
faster.
This is ridiculous.
It's over here, all right? Just follow me. This way, okay? Aja, it's just through here. Miss Shah will be along soon. Better get your shit together if you don't want to end up like the old foreman. Samjha?
So, that's the new guy, huh? How long is he going to last, you think? A week?
Depends on what the Queen decides to do with him, I guess. He looks tough enough. Might last a week in the pits. Maybe even 2.
Maybe he's been working really hard on that report of his. Maybe she'll actually keep him on.
I can't imagine that. He's been hiding inside that little office of his all day, afraid to come out. I don't think he has what it takes.
Is King Maka? Where the hell is he? We gotta find him!
Command, area is clear. Please advise, over.
Don't talk about it in front of her.
But yes, I believe the rumors are true.
The queen is also the god.
What are you doing?
You like
I'll see your ass in hell!
Confirmed kill on Vanya Shaw. Excellent work, 47. Just one target left. Let's bring this one home.
No mercy. On it. What the heck?
For days.
I think she's done some great things.
Shah, I need to measure shoulder to shoulder.
You've probably heard about the other tailors. How some of them ended up in the gutters because they didn't please me. This dress is...
Aim for his ugly face. Yeah, Bindu.
Confirmed kill on Vanya Shaw. Excellent work, 47. Just one target left. Let's bring this one home.
Take him down! Take him down! You got it.
This is my first potential audience with Queen Shah. I thought
My arms are so tired.
I really need a break. What's going on with the dark half an hour?
gambling salesman or something. Those suitcases could just contain the
47.
products he's selling.
This is one of the
Very
Mumbai
doubtful. I've been
chawls.
hearing a lot of
My
strange noises
records
coming
show a
from
few
the
residential complaints about a new tenant in the building. Something related to strange behavior. Might be worth looking into.
Like that guy last year. Remember him? The state of his room after they kicked him out was just terrible.
I don't know what he is, but I'm sure he's up to no good. You know, at one point, I'm pretty sure I saw him handling what some sort of weapon in there. I told the landlord, but he doesn't care. He's the builder. Can't wait for him to leave.
So many people have told me. The camera loves me too. My mother used to say I could.
47. It looks like someone living in the chawl is using this room as a base of operations of some sort.
Ancestral connection somewhere. हो सकता ना लेकिन हमारे जो
With this viewfinder working, I will miss the shot for sure.
Well, well. It appears we have a rival assassin in Mumbai, and he's training his sights on Dawood Rangan. By the looks of it, I'd say we're dealing with a local operator, known as the Kashmirian. A local hitman.
I'll never get that scope adjusted with this horrible viewfinder.
Good thinking, 47.
give
Now,
for a
if we could only make
sniper
Rangan
rifle
appear
right
in that
now.
window somehow. Karan Dar, aka the Kashmirian, was born in the US, but fled to his mother's native land, India, 20 years ago, following an FBI investigation into a string of serial killings in Texas. He adopted a new identity here and now works as a gun for hire for local mobsters. But who would want Rangan dead?
That guy that Dawood needed.
Right here.
Is the fan good to go? I know they're still trying to find the right lines for the shoot, but in case they do, we need to be ready with the deck.
You bet. I had to hack the control.
Like, I know rhinos are endangered species.
Sale Kutreya! They're playing like amateurs today. That was an obvious beamer.
It's like they're not even trying. I'm happy I didn't have time to run to the bookie and put down money on them. Oh boy, that would have been such a waste.
Yeah, great.
You didn't.
That is Dawood Rangan, producer of mediocre movies and a full-time criminal. His brutality is overshadowed only by
Mr.
his
Hussain,
giant
ready
ego.
at last. Did you get a shave? Oh, well, never mind. Come with me to the lounge.
After you, Mr. Rangan.
Now think shark. I want that startled look. Shark. Next one on stage, please.
Beautiful. Magnificent use of colors and forms. Kya baat hai. If the new piece catches my forceful nature like this,
I will have nothing short of a masterpiece on my hands.
I'll be the envy of everyone.
All right, 47. Let's see if the aim of our Kashmirian friend is
This
true.
painting is sure to bring you a lot of future work. Dekho, once the word gets out and my art appreciating friends see it, your phone will be done already, huh? I told you it was close. Excellent. Ah, yes. Yes, look at those cheekbones and my manly jaw. You've captured everything beautifully. Wow, truly a modern masterpiece. Masterpiece. Are, you should feel honored to be allowed to contribute to something like this, Hussain. This will be your David.
Kind words from a true connoisseur of the fine arts, Mr. Rangan.
Handsome devil.
Dawood Rangan is confirmed killed. Mission completed. Time to find an exit.
You know, the movie's based on real events.
It's about a pirate saving the city of Mumbai.
According to records, this was a youth correctional facility until 1962, when the estate was overtaken by an obscure Soviet research fund, the Institute for Human Betterment.
Looks deserted.
The place was abandoned after a fire in '89. Then, only a few weeks ago, it was acquired by an anonymous investor using cryptocurrency. It has to be Lucas Gray.
He's here.
Be careful, 47. The breadcrumbs were almost too easy to follow. It could be a trap.
Not a trap. An invitation.
You came home. I knew you would. You've come a long way, 47. And even now, you don't remember.
This place.
This was our prison, where Father trained us, shaped us into killers for Providence. Now, you don't remember. They ripped it out of you, wiped it away, but I do. I remember everything.
You're a terrorist with nothing to lose. You'd say anything.
I know, it's difficult. You never miss your mark or question your function, but we made a pact. You and I. Do this, and we both lose.
There was an incident. That boy, he died.
He lived. Because of you. Don't you remember his name? You know this. Deep down, you know. What was his name?
Subject 6. Your name is Subject 6.
And what is our purpose?
To take them all down.
We were gonna tear it all down. The Institute, Providence, everyone who'd ever hurt us. We failed. The partners grew paranoid, made sure that Ortmeyer's children would never challenge them again. I'm the only one who got away unchanged. The only one left who remembers.
Ortmeyer was Providence.
Everything he did to us, everything he made us do, it all leads back to them.
I'm breaking more rules than I care to count, Mr. Gray. What's your play?
The partners hide behind a cloak of anonymity. Only one man knows their true identities. Your client, the top controller, the one they call the Constant. He is the key.
But he is untraceable. So what am I missing?
A man would come to the Institute. The man with a Providence pin. The first constant. If we find him, if he's still alive, he's our way in.
You don't know who he is, but 47 does. That's what this reunion is all about.
Show them.
You're just gonna hand it over. Our one bargaining chip.
Olivia.
Fine. 47's memory was erased, irreversibly at the time. But after Ortmeyer's death, his estate was acquired by the Ether Corporation. And they made an antidote.
It's a long shot, I know.
This is not how it works. We don't just join the revolution. ICA is neutral. We don't take sides.
I hate to break it to you, lady, but neutrality is a side. It's the side of the status quo.
People have died. Civilians. You align yourself with terrorists, murderers.
Sometimes even monsters serve a purpose.
Look.
Enough. You have a choice. But I made mine a long time ago. I will finish what I started.
Subject 47. Most gifted of all my boys. So you're the pick of the litter. Tell me about the incident. The subject ran away. He and another boy. The instigator was punished accordingly. As were all the neighbors. My men did what needed to be done. It won't happen again. Bring your house in order, Doctor. You won't like the alternative.
I remember who he is.
Gentlemen, let's go over the plan. The first constant is none other than Janus, the legendary Cold War spy master. A KGB senior officer and head of the 6th Column Special Branch at Lubyanka, Janus is a certified genius and expert of counterintelligence. He retired from the KGB in 1988 when he fell out of favor with the Kremlin and defected to the US. Shortly after, the Soviet Union collapsed. Now, it is unclear when Janus stepped down as the constant, but since 2004, he has been a resident of a quiet community in suburban Vermont. Mr. Gray.
Right. So here's the catch. As an elite KGB agent, Janus was trained to withstand interrogation and torture. No amount of pressure will force him to disclose information he doesn't want to. Instead, we will need to search his home for clues. But if Providence learns of our presence, the game is up.
So we frame Janus. Make Providence think he was the real Shadow client.
Correct. I will file a false ICA report, claiming to have traced a number of calls from Janus's house to the Institute in Romania. The case will seem clear. Mr. Gray was only a figurehead. Janus was pulling the strings all along. And by eliminating him, we will have neutralized the militia, once and for all.
However, for this subterfuge to work, you'll also need to deal with Janus's security detail. A Providence herald and former Secret Service agent by the name of Nolan Cassidy. Intel describes him as diligent and inquisitive. And we cannot risk that he contradicts our story to his employer.
Seems workable.
I certainly hope so. Everything depends on this next move, 47. You made this our fight. Now let's even the playing field. Whittleton Creek, Vermont. On the surface, a picture-perfect suburban dream. Wide roads, golden maple trees, and verdant lawns. Most residents here are white-collar professionals, ranging from university staff to government employees.
Most, but not all. Janus's unpresuming home is protected by a host of bodyguards, and intel shows that the fragile former Constant rarely leaves the property.
Nolan Cassidy, on the other hand, roams the neighborhood streets. A recent arrival, the dutiful Providence Herald is busy making threat assessments and settling in with his security team.
Now remember, this is about more than just revenge. Janus is the key to bring down Providence. So get in there and find us a lead.
Good luck, 47. I've marked your map with several points of interest. We're running this mission with very little upfront intel, but these locations could provide clues to help you obtain the information we need. Good luck.
Honey, it's me. You called? Yes, I know they're coming for dinner. I have to finish my rounds first. I thought this was supposed to be a quiet Saturday, but there are...
Do you need some help?
You know what, friend? I could indeed use some help. It's very kind of you to ask. People in this neighborhood are just so friendly. That's what I really love about this place.
No problem. What do you need?
Well, I'm running awfully late.
Drop off the surveillance tapes on Janus at the house? Cassidy was asking for them earlier.
Yeah, added them to the file. Still aboard. Good, though.
Janus is apparently engaged in a civil lawsuit with another resident of Whittleton Creek. James Batty, the plaintiff, wants Janus to stop his annual landing of a helicopter near the local creek. The lawsuit also mentions Nolan Cassidy and his unlawful surveillance around town. So Janus takes a helicopter trip once per year. I think we're onto something here, 47. 47? I think it would be beneficial to locate the unlawful surveillance mentioned in the lawsuit. Perhaps Nolan Cassidy's house would be a good place to start. A recording of some sort. The note mentions another house. Perhaps Cassidy is using one of the vacant buildings as a base of operations, 47.
Yes, I understand. You tried to reach me earlier. There you are, my boy. Yes, well, it's about the chairman's seat. I understand Frederick was overlooked despite my recommendations. I would appreciate an explanation of the reasoning behind the decision. Well, it's a long and rather complicated discussion to undertake over the phone. Your request was put in front of the partners and considered, but in the end, it was decided to assign the role to the Washington twins. The partners saw their ideas as a breath of fresh air. A breath of fresh air. They are fortune seekers, robbers of the past, focusing on glory and wealth and outlandish futuristic dealings rather than conservation. They are not representative of what the society was built for. I understand your concern. Rest assured, I will be watching them closely. Very well. It seems we have a lot to discuss when we meet soon. Agreed. Until then.
Excellent. This confirms that Janus and the Constant will meet up soon. I don't think we'll be able to identify the partners today, but this is very useful. The tape doesn't specify where that meeting will take place, however. We need that final bit, 47. So, we know that Janus is expecting to leave Whittleton Creek via helicopter, and that he's going to meet the Constant at some event. I think it's time to look inside Janus's house for more clues.
I get hung up on assessing every little sound and movement.
How are you today?
Oh, just fine, Janus, darling. It's Saturday, so I've been making a lot of muffins for the town.
You know how I love to spoil everyone.
You would have made a good Soviet citizen, Helen. The West could use more people like you. Kind, benign, altruistic.
Oh, well, I don't know about all that. I just feel like giving something back to the community that has given me so much. Speaking of which, when are you coming over? Your robe is ready.
Ah, excellent.
I can see.
That's the last piece of the puzzle found, 47. While we didn't end up with the names or locations of the Providence partners as we had hoped, this at least gives us a clear bead on the constant. We can expect to find him at the annual gathering of the Ark Society in November. It should be enough. The Ark Society annual gathering. 47, that's it. That has to be the event where Janus and the Constant are meeting. That's the last piece of the puzzle found, 47. While we didn't end up with the names or locations of the Providence partners as we had hoped, this at least gives us a clear bead on the Constant. We can expect to find him at the annual gathering of the Ark Society in November. It should be enough.
You've seen that Janice's oddball nurse is added again.
Oh, yeah, the bird guy.
I think he comes early, just to chat with the birds. Spends more time with them than he does with Janice.
A couple of weeks ago, I walked past him, and I have to tell you, he gets into some pretty personal stuff with those animals. He shared his opinion on Janice. Let's just say it's not exactly overwhelmingly positive.
Well, cranky old men don't tend to be very likable. Maybe if you don't get along with the elderly, stay away from a career where you make personal house calls.
You know what I like about you guys? You're just so chill. Not like Janice. I have never met a man so full of bile. I mean, I'm just trying to help him, and he's behaving like a complete ass.
All right, I better...
That's the last piece of the puzzle found, 47. While we didn't end up with the names or locations of the Providence partners as we had hoped, this at least gives us a clear bead on the Constant. We can expect to find him at the annual gathering of the Ark Society in November. It should be enough. The Ark Society annual gathering. 47, that's it. That has to be the event where Janus and the Constant are meeting. That's the last piece of the puzzle found, 47. While we didn't end up with the names or locations of the Providence partners as we had hoped, this at least gives us a clear bead on the Constant. We can expect to find him at the annual gathering of the Ark Society in November.
The bird guy.
I think
It
he comes
should be
early.
enough.
Just to chat with the birds. Spends more time with them than he does with Janice.
A couple of weeks ago,
So Janus has an appointment.
I walked past him and I have to tell you,
You know what I like about you guys? You're just so chill. Not like Janice. I have never met a man so full of bile. I mean, I'm just trying to help him, and he's behaving like a complete ass. All right, I better go. You know, it's like he knows that I know that he's hiding something, and he's enjoying that I can't figure out what it is. I know it sounds crazy because he looks like any fragile old man, but I think, no, I'm sure he's messing with me.
People say he carved himself a set of dentures out of a slab of monstrous white.
Hello, Helen.
Janus, darling, I was just about to call you. My old colleague from the university sent me a copy of his new book. It's a study on the psychological effects of living in suburban America. I think you'd like it.
Did he conclude that the cookie cut, the design,
The unnaturalness of the hasty urban planning and the feeling of malaise expressed by most residents in suburbs are somehow connected.
Well, yes.
I've had 90-odd years to understand the human condition, Helen. I've lived through some of the most iconic moments in recent history. I shaped some of them with my own hands. Nothing about the psychology of humanity surprises me anymore. If you place people inside big boxes, located inside the big gardens, or surrounded by wide streets and long driveways, you create a prison. Isolation and the sense of solitude is fundamental in the construction of the suburb.
I think you're being a little pessimistic here, my darling. I quite like it here.
The layout of the American suburb is designed to create an impersonal culture that fosters anxiety and fuels consumerism. You can only drive to places from here, and the only places worth driving to are places where you spend money. The suburb is the perfect commercial and capitalistic housing unit.
That sounds very interesting, my darling. Let's discuss this some more once I've read his book. Bye now.
Say, Gunther, did you see my photograph? The group photo from the first gathering?
No.
Janus is looking for an old group photo.
Well, it must be
It might be
somewhere
interesting to
around
see who's
here.
on it.
I wish you people would clean up after yourselves. I can't find anything in this house anymore.
Right. Sorry, Mr. Janus. I'll tell the men. Shall I ask some of them to look for the photograph?
No, never mind. I'll find it. I just need it before I leave so I can bring it with me.
Understood, sir.
Saturday is Muffin Day, Gunther. But I'm not seeing any muffins here.
I think some of the boys may have been a little snack hungry, Mr. Janus.
I remember the first time I had a blueberry muffin. It was 1976. The American Embassy in East Berlin, in the old Prussian Officers Club. I was there on a diplomatic assignment, of course, but the wife of the ambassador was such a talented pastry chef. She managed to completely divert my attention from the task at hand.
That sounds incredible, Mr. Janus.
Those muffins, Gunther, were absolutely fantastic. In all of the years since, I never found anyone who could recreate those muffins. Until Helen moved in next door. So, imagine my disappointment when you now tell me those muffins, those little snippets of heaven, are all gone.
I understand. I'll see what I can do.
Good. Good. Are the new suitcases here yet?
No, Mr. Janus. I believe they're still withheld by customs.
Back in the day, the customs officials knew not to touch any of my things.
Oh, diplomatic immunity has its advantages. Online shopping just isn't quite the same.
Let me know when they arrive, Gunther. I want to inspect the craftsmanship myself.
Of course, Mr. Janus.
Moles, you say? Well, the irony is
I'm not exactly sure what that means, Mr. Janus, but yes, you do have a rodent infestation of large proportions. I believe it's...
Of course they do. They are Russian banana potatoes. Their thin, tender skins gently caress one of the best roasted potatoes in the world. I just had a large batch of earthworms distributed in the potato patch. That must be what's attracted him. Little pests.
That would certainly explain it, sir. But, I'm sorry. I didn't actually bring the tools to fix this problem.
That's of no concern. We need to prepare the items in the basement, Gunther.
How so, Mr. Janus?
Well, you don't expect them just to sit around for every thief to grab when I'm away, do you?
Oh, Mr. Janus, there's life left in you yet. You're not going anywhere for a long time.
I'm not talking about dying, Gunther.
Of course, Mr. Janus. We'll have it sorted out.
Where's that therapist? He should be here already. I swear if he's down by the creek feeding those ducks again.
Hey! Any sign of that Lafayette guy yet? Never mind.
Tell me, Gunther, what is your impression of this new fellow, Nolan Cassidy?
Well, he's a decorated agent, former Secret Service, eager, meticulous, and forceful.
Yes. I don't much like him either.
Mr. Janus, I didn't say that.
Please, don't insult my intelligence. My body is frail and failing, but my mind is sharp as ever. Everything you just said points to a neurotic man with serious father issues. His dedication to Providence rather than his country points to an unreliable personality. He's a control freak, a man without a steady base. He has had one or two marginally romantic relationships with mother, but is ultimately unable to construct actual emotional attachments to people in the long term. He is a wooden figurine carved by an uncaring system using a blunt tool and little imagination.
You got all that? Mr. Janus.
What I wouldn't give for a nice pack of Novaya right now. I remember the first pack I had, back in '67. Nothing will ever come close. Certainly not this thing.
The doctors have recommended you don't smoke cigarettes, Mr. Janus.
I know damn well what the doctors have recommended. I got to be my age by not following their recommendations. Doctors are clueless homicide detectives, poking around random people's bodies, searching for clues as to the cause of death before the patient is even dead. They have no idea about how anything works, guessing their way through fatality after fatality, telling people what they should or should not do with their tiresome recommendations.
You've got the cravings all right, Mr. Janus, but doctor's orders are doctor's orders.
Bah! Mr. Batty finally decided to go all the way with his lawsuit. Can you believe that?
You still don't want me to have one of the men lean on him a little? He's a feisty fella, but I'm sure we can get him to see things your way.
No. Why use a blunt tool for a delicate operation when you have a suite of surgical instruments available? The man is within his rights, and he should be allowed to exercise that right.
That's very generous of you, and dare I say, American?
My plan is simple. Use my lawyers and the vast resources of my network to drag this out in court until the man runs out of money. With a little luck, he should be forced to sell that house of his in a year's time. So yes, I suppose you're right. It is the American approach.
Brutal, Mr. Janus.
Oh, yeah. So, the other day I accidentally asked Janus about that urn in the basement.
Still no muffins?
No, sir. It seems not.
You know, when you've been as close to the events of the world as I have, when you have seen the world on the brink of disaster not once, you develop a somewhat somber look on life.
I can imagine, Mr. Janus.
My life is important things to grow up with and to pass on. I hope to have done that through my efforts with the Ark as well, though I no longer control that. But here, values persist. Greed. Free for all. You see what I'm getting.
I did tell the man not to eat the last muffin.
In my day, disobedience sent you to the corrective work camps.
I'll see what I can find, Mr. Janus.
You know, I knew a girl back in East Berlin. Beautiful girl. Her mother was Polish, father German. She could empty a pack of Caro cigarettes in 2 hours.
I'm not getting you cigarettes, Mr. Janus. It's not good for you.
Helena was her name, I think. Worked as an agent for the KGB. She infiltrated a group of Stasi agents who had decided to exfiltrate to the West. She would slip communications out through her empty cigarette packs, which we would pick out from the trash. Clever girl.
What happened to her?
Oh, they found out. Shot her through the head and tried to make an escape. Stasi agents executed them for treason. Clever girl, though. Helena. A whole pack in just 2 hours.
Mr. Janus.
My life has been about sacrifice, duty, survival. Pass on. I hope to have done that through my efforts with the Ark as well, though I do not control that. But here... greed. Free for all. You see what I'm getting at.
I did tell the man.
Moles, you say? Well, the irony certainly is palpable.
Sure what that means, Mr. Jana. But yes, we do have a moon. What? Report? I believe it's the potato.
Of course they do. They are Russian banana potatoes. Their thin, tender skins gently caress one. Chop off your own limbs and stuff them into the ground to fill those holes. Jump. Come on! Back in the Soviet Union, I would have a line of therapists out there, all eager to help me with my old bones. But here, no. I'll be lucky if he shows up at all. He'd better be dead. Or worse. You know, I knew a girl back in East Berlin. Beautiful girl. Her mother was Polish, father German. She could empty a pack of Caro cigarettes in 2 hours.
I'm not getting you cigarettes, Mr. Janis. It's not good for you.
Helena was her name, I think. Worked as an agent for the KGB. She infiltrated a group of Stasi agents who had decided to exfiltrate to the West. She would slip communications out through her empty cigarette packs, which we would pick out from the trash. Clever girl.
What happened to her?
Oh, they found out. Shot her through the head and tried to make an escape. Stasi agents executed them for treason. Clever girl, though. Helena. A whole pack. In just 2 hours.
Hey!
Well, I just realized you've been back for a full year now.
My son's gone.
Your house is so beautiful. I'm really impressed by all the wonderful things you have here. I wish my husband would let me have that. Art inside the house. But he gets, well, he doesn't appreciate it the same way I do.
Well, Richard and I have similar interests.
Oh, geez, darling, I'm so hungry. Have you seen those beautiful patties back there? And Mr. Wilson just keeps standing behind the grill, even though there's clearly no more gas on it.
I know, it's weird. Why doesn't he go grab a new canister? I'm telling you, these new folks are strange. Did you see that Cassidy guy snooping around here? He's been looking at the party 3 times already. Why not just go inside? It's open to everyone.
Oh, maybe he's a vegan? I don't trust the man who can't eat a rare steak.
Christ. All you ever care about is food, Al. You should take this more serious. They're our neighbors. If they have secrets, we have a right to know them.
The Wilsons? Sounds like a made-up name if you ask me.
Is that him? I wonder.
Richard, you are such a fool! How could you forget the gas? All you had to do was remember the gas. Oh, wow. Look at that.
It's good to know the kind of
When it comes to house.
Will you look at all these painting materials? Who is this guy anyway?
Bad mouth him, Al. Shame on you. Until then.
Well, after many past disappointments, expectations for a historic climate treaty are high, and proponents believe one can only dream. At the Gorka Museum in Barcelona, Impressionist master Emil Gorka's most celebrated work, The Artist as a Blank Canvas, has been revealed as a fake. And predictably, the rumor mill has gone into overdrive. When was the original replaced? Did the Gorka Institute stay silent out of fear of losing millions of annual visitors? One thing is for certain, the court of social media is already in session. Wazir Kale, better known as the Maelstrom, has reportedly died in Mumbai, India. Kale became a household name in 2014 when the hijacking of a Hamsun oil freighter descended into a deadly hostage crisis. Evidence suggests that
Station 5. Still nothing to report.
Come on, you are no fun.
Quit smoking.
Oh, maybe plant poison. Maybe cyanide. Maybe the oysters I had earlier.
Finally, an end to Janus. Death feels like an easy way out for a man like him. Still. We are close now, 47.
Ah, James. How's it going out there at the muffin stand?
Just fine, Mrs. West. They're moving fast. One guy out there in particular seems to really like them. Not a local fellow.
Oh, that's nice. Are there enough cakes, or do I need to make more? I can always make more.
Well, honestly, he's wolfing them down at an impressive pace. But he's got to take a break at some point. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to make some more.
All right, my darling. Thank you.
Hi, Mrs. West.
Hello, my darling. Listen, do you know that...
have to tell you, these are the best muffins I ever had. I'm supposed to be the client for a house showing today, but I can't stop eating. Maybe you know him, Mr. Nolan Cassidy? Can say
A realtor with a taste for the sweet.
that I do. Well, he's interested in the Schmidt house down the road. You know, the one that police shut down after the, well, incident?
I'm not really from around here, senor. I don't know anything about that.
I see. Well, never mind. He can wait a little longer. I need to squeeze a couple more of these beauties down.
Welcome to Granny's. In case it's your first time here, I'd like to let you know that Granny's is a locally owned and operated business. Today, we're giving out free muffins to visitors, each one baked with love in the owner's very own kitchen.
Oh, that's cool.
Please, help yourself.
Station 7. Everything looks good.
If you ask me, there's no such thing as too much devil's nest.
Hola, compadre, it's me. Yes, I still have a
You know the exterminator guy who's working on Batty's house?
Same guy who just did Cassidy's, right?
Yeah. So I let
Apparently,
him use the green shipping container to store some chemicals. I asked him if it was poisonous, but he assured me that it was only a sleeping. Get this. He told me that he doesn't kill the bugs. He dates them so that he can set them free later.
He's an exterminator. Who cares about the lives of insects?
What a weirdo. I thought so too. But then, he told me this story about his pet cockroach, Pedro. It was genuinely a touching story. He was parents before and couldn't afford to buy him a dog. But he found this cockroach in his room one day. He took care of it. Pedro lived in a room, and he even made a little leash for him so he could take him walking. They did everything together. So one day, he heard his mother scream from the kitchen. He left his bed and followed her. He rushed to the kitchen where he found Pedro pierced under one of his mom's stilettos.
Oh, great. Now I feel bad for all the roaches I've stepped on.
Cassidy looks to be a gun enthusiast. The room looks like it's outfitted with a lot of security and alarms.
Oh, heck. Oh, that's probably not good. Need to call up Cassidy.
Yes, Mr. Cassidy?
Great. So now I've got to explain this to Cassidy.
You had better have some good news.
Well, there's nothing to report, really. It was like this when I came up.
And you didn't catch the guy? Did you at least get a good look?
That is Nolan Cassidy. Nicely done, 47. This should keep things nice and quiet inside the house. And that is Nolan Cassidy taken care of. Both targets are confirmed killed.
Vote for Blake in the upcoming elections.
The Ark Society. One of Providence's more obscure outfits.
I've heard whispers. A survivalist club for the global elite. Billionaires preparing for a global collapse. And now we know the Constant will attend their next gathering. So where is it?
That's the catch. The report is redacted. No names, no location.
So it's a dead end. I can't track them, not without ICA backup.
Now, I'm no big shot analyst, but it seems to me Janus was the Ark Society's founder, so chances are they'll want to pay their respects in private.
Track the coffin. Worth a shot.
You all right?
It comes back in flashes. Fear, anger, but like it happened to someone else.
Your gift and your curse. What they did to you. Well, I spent a long time feeling guilty about that. Now, I wonder who got the better deal.
Yes. Found something.
What are we looking at?
The ass end of nowhere. But this is where Janus's remains were shipped to. Our choice for a final resting place, wouldn't you say?
Not bad. So we stake it out. Await the next gathering. Then we waltz in and kidnap one of the world's most powerful men. Without ICA backup.
Like I said, it's a long shot.
We'll take it.
How did you not see this coming? My God, we came this close. The old man could have buried us all. Our families.
Do you think you feel more betrayed than I do? Get some perspective, please. Janus is dead. Lucas Gray is about to join him.
And a cornered animal is twice as dangerous.
Let's be perfectly clear. We were not exposed. The threat is neutralized. We are back on track.
Even so, from this point on, we expect you to take...
No. There is no way I'm doing that. How can you question my loyalty?
In case treachery is contagious.
Do you really want to do this to me?
Is there a problem, Secretary?
No problem whatsoever, Madam. Here's to loyalty.
My man on the island confirms that the Constant has arrived. We head out at sundown. Here, in case the crew get ideas.
Why are you doing this, Mr. Gray? You had a chance to walk away. Why didn't you?
A year ago, I'm working security for this banker, Cobb, only to find out he's a Providence operative. I'd been running for decades, only to wind up where I started. We've all got barcodes on the back of our heads. Most people just never notice. 47 told me about your parents. How did they die?
Car bomb. Surrey, 1989. Company named Blue Seed didn't care to pay for their mistakes. But I like to think no one's untouchable.
I'm sorry for your loss.
You feel it, don't you? Unlike him, you feel it all. Everything you've done.
It's a dangerous thing. Having a conscience.
Attention, gentlemen. Our source on the island just made a critical discovery. The Constant has a poison chip embedded in his neck. A failsafe, in case he's compromised.
Damn it. We should have expected something like this. So, we subdue the Constant before he has time to react.
Not that simple. The device is remote-triggered, and during his stay on the island, 2 kill switches have been entrusted to twin sisters Zoe and Sophia Washington, 2 young, ambitious Providence operatives and newly appointed chairwomen of the Ark Society. Apparently, even the Constant is unaware of this arrangement.
Right, change of plans. We divide and conquer. 47 takes out the Washingtons, while I figure out a way to get the Constant off the island. It'll be tight, but once we're back at the ship, we should be able to surgically remove the chip before the partners have time to react. 47?
Tell me about the targets.
I know them from the archive. Zoe and Sophia's father is president of a powerful conservative think tank, one of Providence's prime assets. The apples don't fall far from the tree.
No saints either. According to ICA files, the twins are pampered socialites who get their kicks from treasure hunting. Commanding a band of trigger-happy mercenaries, Zoe and Sophia prowl the world in search for ancient relics. With little regard for local culture or even human life, they stop at nothing to claim their prize. Well, collateral damage they may be, but safe to say, they have it coming.
The Isle of Scale, headquarters of the Ark Society. Founded by Janus in 1991, the Ark Society is the world's most exclusive club. Its plutocratic members fear the downfall of civilization, and they are willing to pay huge sums to ensure their own survival. Once a year, they gather here to shop the latest survival products and to showcase new initiatives and breakthroughs.
Right. These gatherings are shrouded in mystery, so we have limited intel on what to expect on the other side of the walls. The Washington twins are hosting their first annual gathering as chairwomen of the Ark Society, and the Constant is known to attend every year. Beyond that, you're on your own. Good luck, gentlemen. I dare say you're going to need it.
Ah! One more, I see. Won't you join us, sir? We were just about to begin. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the annual gathering of... Ah, I see someone's in a hurry to get inside. Well...
What's with that weird bird effigy?
It's the annual Phoenix ceremony. It symbolizes the collapse of civilization from which the Ark Society emerges unscathed and triumphant.
Ah, rebirth. I get it.
What's new is that the Master of Ceremonies will light the effigy on fire with Zoe Washington inside it.
Huh. A bit showy, wouldn't you say?
Hey, whatever sells.
Our son had his way, he'd spend all of this on vapes. You know I'm right. Master of Ceremonies.
If you recall,
Tokens, come on, need more tokens. They can't all be gone.
lock herself inside a burning effigy without proper measure.
Same kind who repels into an ancient temple full of death traps.
But still.
Seriously, who do you care? If some filthy rich broad wants to flirt with danger to feel alive, I say let her. They pay for our silence, not our concern.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Miss Zoe Washington? The name's long. I'm one of them. I am.
I'm just sad I'll never be able to see his face when they're reading the will. I should include a section about how much he put him in here.
chapel, so maybe it's some kind of crypt.
You ever think?
Hey, hey. I probably just have to press that.
That is Zoe Washington, chairwoman of the Ark Society, professional treasure hunter, and Providence operative. Quite a mouthful.
I do love scrolls, though. You never know what you find in them. There's a reason the Vatican are all over this. Some of the stuff is pretty explosive. It would be a shame to destroy them out of negligence.
You know, I don't understand. I ordered inspection gloves about a month ago, and we're still out. How are we supposed to handle scrolls without inspection?
Wow. If these walls could talk, what would they say? They'd probably...
You do it. Seriously, I'll pay you.
Me? But you're the master of ceremonies.
I'm a multiple Tony award-winning playwright. And famously reclusive. It's part of my brand. I'll never go on the spot like this. Besides, I do chamber plays, not spectacle. What if people hate it?
They won't hate it, Mr. Fenninger. It's just entertainment.
Entertainment? Lord, what have I done? How did I let her talk me into this?
Should I tell Miss Washington that you won't be going on stage? Everyone's waiting for you.
God, no. No, she frightens me. Just give me a moment to control my nerves.
All right, Mr. Fenninger. Break a leg.
So many of them. Okay. Get yourself together, Axel. It's just performance anxiety. You always do this. Remember the opening night at the Lyceum when you got so nervous you puked into a wine cooler? At least there are no critics here. Say Broadway. Or off-Broadway. Or even off-Broadway. All you gotta do is say a few words and light up the effigy. Just take a deep breath and get it over with. Now. Shit.
Hey, you know what I always do to calm my nerves? Make fists with my toes. Wait. Oh yeah. You want to really ground yourself in your surroundings. Right? Take roots. Like imagine you're a big old tree. Strong. Sturdy. Sorry. You picked the words right out of my mouth, Mr. Fenninger. Now the clock is ticking, so...
From a known terrorist group, no less? That poor guy was looking down a barrel.
Nobu, finally. I've been trying to get a hold of you for...
The powerful guy is never the one at the top. It's whoever put him there. I think I left my...
Master.
That's the master of ceremonies. The show must be about to start.
Who's this guy? Oh, it must be the MOC.
A handsome pledge. And yet, a drop in the ocean. Zoe Washington. The Ark Society recognizes you as our founder's rightful successor, our inspiration, our guiding light, the custodian of our future.
Excellent work, 47. Enjoy the spotlight.
Patrons of the Ark Society, you are part of a select, chosen few. Our founder, Janus, showed us how to survive. But survival is not enough. We must live, and we must soar. The Ark Society must not only commit itself to survival, but to progress, be it our next home in the stars or the next step in human evolution. This is the eternal purpose of the elite. Not just to lead, but to lead from the front. When the time comes, and all comes tumbling down, when mankind retreats once more into caves of superstition, we will keep the fire alight. We will be the torchbearers, the trailblazers and pioneers. Do not feel guilty for your privilege. Be proud. Be fearless. For the future is ours to shape.
Look at you, Finnegar. All dressed to kill. Now, let's do this thing.
Psst. Hey, Finnegar.
Light her
Shouldn't
up.
we be carrying a torch?
As the world burns, we rise from its ashes. Not just to survive, but to live.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia Washington. That's him. The Constant. Providence's top controller. Everything depends on capturing him alive.
Cloud Serpent. They say it belonged to Montezuma himself. It was lost for over 500 years, until Blake Nathaniel unsealed the Serpent's tomb. Extraordinary.
It's a flippin' necklace. Anyway, the Washington twins found it first. Way I hear it, Sophia literally has the necklace in her hand when Nathaniel repels from the ceiling, triggers this ancient death trap, and, you know, murder and mayhem ensues.
But I thought those two were lovers.
On and off. Currently way off, which explains the added security.
I don't follow.
So, according to its...
About it. Why the need for an alarm system? We're all filthy rich.
Smooth, 47. The Sparrow's got nothing on you.
You're Blake Nathaniel, right? If you don't mind me asking. People have been searching for the Cloud Serpent for centuries. Wherever did you find it?
Well, to cut a long story short, it began with a Portuguese galleon salvaged off the coast of Costa Rica. One of the long-dead sailors had a tattoo etched into the back of his neck, and it spoke of a map to the mythical Serpent's Tomb, hidden inside the royal scepter of Montezuma. The only problem was, the scepter, which was stolen by Cortez's troops after the fall of Tenochtitlan, now belonged to Esteban Montoya, head of the Moreno drug cartel. Safe to say that was an interesting afternoon. See this scar? Anyway, that was only the beginning. Spiders, death traps, ancient puzzles, and of course, the Washington twins and their trigger-happy raiders.
Wow. Is it true you stole the necklace right from under their noses?
You're damn right I did. You need to understand, I work alone. I was at a huge strategic disadvantage. Not to mention, I earn it. I actually solve those damn puzzles rather than just C4 my way through them. Zoe and Sophia have no respect for the craft or for ancient architecture. Still, Sophia's one hell of a woman.
Ah, yes. That must be hard. The rivalry.
Yeah, well, love and war, miss. Love and war. This sensor system was worth every penny. Check and mate, Sophia.
don't mind me asking. People have been searching for the Cloud Serpent for centuries. Wherever did you find it?
Well, to cut a long story short, it began with a Portuguese galleon salvaged off the coast of Costa Rica. One of the long-dead sailors had a tattoo etched into the back of his neck, and it spoke of a map to the mythical Serpent's Tomb, hidden inside the royal cell.
No, they've called a recess. Sophia Washington wants them to pass some kind of motion.
Fallen tenants Ditlan now belong to Esteban Montoya, head of the Moreno drug cartel. Safe to say that was an interesting afternoon. See this scar? Anyway, that was only the beginning. Spiders, death traps, ancient puzzles, and of course the Washington twins and their trigger-happy raiders.
Wow. Is it true you stole the necklace right from under their noses?
You're damn right I did. You need to understand, I work alone. I was at a huge strategic disadvantage. Not to mention, I earn it. I actually solved those damn puzzles rather than just seesaw my way through them. Zoe and Sophia have no respect for the craft or for ancient architecture. Still, Sophia's one hell of a woman.
Ah, yes. That must be hard. The rivalry.
Yeah, well, love and war, miss. Love and war. Security's all in place? Outstanding. The Cloud Serpent is safe from sticky fingers.
The council meeting. You know what it's about?
Climate change. Sophia Washington is trying to persuade Janus's original five to embrace the Green Revolution.
That chance. The original five are all energy CEOs. These guys practically invented climate denial.
I don't know, I mean, they're not idiots. It's not like they want to screw up the planet.
Sure, but without Janus, we would still be buying politicians in the vain hope that they would somehow wake up, do their job, and save the world.
Oh, look at this. This should make a fine addition to the art legacy. I will file a proposal for pedestrian.
Thank you.
Alarm system's up and running. Out of sight.
I'm not saying all Delgado's pieces were great. I mean,
This feels wrong. I got a bad case of the butter. I really think we should push for that. I gotta remember to ask the question. Mom, looks like the building material is a new type of...
Ah, Miss Washington. I forgot to tell you before, a few of the more prominent ARC members
That
were
is
curious
Sophia
as to how
Washington,
3 of the
chairwoman
top
of the ARC
Hyperborean
Society,
suites
professional
all
treasure
done
hunter,
by
and Providence operative. Quite the resume.
The same thing appears to have been the case with the core suite of the stronghold. Who is getting the first take?
Ah, yeah. Well, some questions are best left unanswered. Don't you agree?
Is that him?
I missed the keynote.
Afraid so.
Shit. Really wanted to learn more about the Titan project. Sophia the steamer. What's she up to this time?
You know that Kronstadt designer in charge of the brain upload program?
Sure. What did he do?
I don't know, but she seemed real interested in this invention of his. Something called a kill switch.
Kill switch. Sounds ominous.
Well, whatever it is she's plotting, he did not want to be part of it. But, there's an order. Guess we've all been down that road.
Poor bastard. Well, that's what you get for inventing kill switches, I suppose. Modern society being what it is.
council's still in session?
No, they've called a recess. Sophia Washington wants them to pass some kind of motion, but one of the council members is fighting her tooth and nail.
Huh. Wouldn't happen to be Jebediah Block, the coal baron, would it?
Yeah, how do you know?
Well, I happen to know he's on the council. He's one of the original 5.
So?
You know, the first people to fund the Arc Society back in '91. Plus, I just walked in on Sophia Washington's screaming block.
Oh, he was properly pissed.
Jeez, must mean a lot to her. What's it about?
What am I, paparazzi? I just work for these guys.
So, brain uploads, huh?
Well,
Living forever as a string of code.
Start lying.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Not gonna. I hate to say this, Jebediah, but Miss Washington makes a valid point. Climate change denial has served you well so far, but the world is finally catching up. The Corona Treaty is only the beginning. Change is coming.
Bah humbug. The council has been usurped by latte-sipping tree huggers. This vote can't possibly be binding, can it?
Of course not. We're a secret society. It's not like we can take our disagreements to court.
But what?
But, provided that the others agree, the chairwoman does have the power to throw you off the council for obstruction. All rights and privileges removed.
Expel me? That two-bit treasure hunter, Sophia Washington, has the power to expel me? Jebediah Block?
Technically.
Okay. I need an edge, and I need it fast.
Well, why don't you call that fixer of yours, Yates? He's got you. Out of a jam before.
Oh, I will. This ain't over. Yates, Jebediah, listen, I'm in a bit of a scrap. I need some leverage on the Washington twins. That's right, Byron's girls. Sophia Washington is trying to screw me, and I need some dirt on her ASAP. Should be plenty to choose from.